Welcome back to Breakfast Central. We're wrapping things up on a lighter note, and we have B.O.B. joining us for entertainment. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. You were sorely missed last week.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was a bit under the weather, so.
How are you feeling now?
Great. 100% good. Thank God.
All right, good to see you, B.O.B.
Hey, that's true.
We're hoping that
you were also missing.
Yes, I was actually for just 1 day or two, but it feels good to be back. And starting off the week with everyone. We hope entertainment is filled with good news this morning. What do we have?
Oh yes, it's rather good, some bad. But then let's just get to it. Good morning, and welcome to Entertainment on Breakfast Central. Well. We're starting with the news of one of our very own star, Nigerian singer Michael Aboh, a member of the music group Zule, is dead. The news was announced by his other group member, Alhassan Ibrahim, who announced the Benue State-born musician's death via their social media page on Saturday, June 4, 2022. According to Ibrahim, Aboh slumped and died in the bedroom while taking his bath in Makurdi, the Benue State capital. In his post, he said, "It is so sad and quick to say, after our long run together in this life, to live a better life coming short for you. My brother collapsed while taking his bath this morning, and now my Michael is no more." He wrote, "Tears have beheld my eyes and my hands are shaking as I can't hide the fact that you've passed on this day. Really cannot question God, for I have lost the other part of myself, a brother and a friend. Oh, death, why? Rest in peace." May his soul rest in peace. Aboh has been reportedly ill for a while now prior to his death. According to several reports, the singer relocated to his home state, Benue, where he's been residing for some months. Zule is a musical group made up of Michael Aboh and Alhassan Ibrahim, which came into the limelight after the success of their smash hit single, Kerewa. I'm sure some of you are familiar with it, but unfortunately, it was banned by the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission, NBC, for obscene content. I remember that song because I used to dance to it for a bit before it went off the air, but then it's still there. The song was a delight to many music lovers in Nigeria in the early 2000s, and we will sure miss this young man around here. May his soul rest in peace. All right, so now moving outside the shores of Nigeria, another controversial one, or rather, should I say, a criminal case that has been ongoing for a very long time in the entertainment industry in Hollywood. In a recent development, Bill Cosby has been accused by another woman who testified at a civil trial that she was 14 when Bill Cosby took her into a trailer on a movie set in 1975, grabbed her so she couldn't move her hands, and kissed her forcibly. The woman, now 61, told her story in a public venue for the first time during the Los Angeles County civil trial over the lawsuit of Judy Huth, who alleges Cosby sexually assaulted her at the Playboy Mansion when she was 16 at around the same 1975. She said Cosby invited her alone into his trailer to help him straighten the bow tie he was wearing for a sin. And then, according to her, I quote, "He immediately grabbed me." She says, "He started kissing me all over my face, tongue down my throat, and that was it." Pictures were shown on the court of Cosby and the 14-year-old together at the tennis tournaments, with him smiling and his arms around her. Other photos were also shown during the case, and with the girl and her family on the set of the film. The woman said she did not speak of the incident until she told her husband and her daughter years later. Well, Bill Cosby, who was once an American icon, has been accused by approximately 60 women of rape, drug-facilitated sexual assault, sexual battery, child sexual abuse, and sexual misconduct, amongst many others. The earliest incidents of his case allegedly took place in the mid-1960s. He was released after 3 years of imprisonment on June 30, 2021. And now, 2022, we have another case. Is Bill Cosby's case ever going to end? I don't know. But anyway, let's go to something more interesting. Looks like today we have a lot of court case coming our way, and then that as well. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this song, "All I Want for Christmas Is You." Oh yes, Christmas is not here, but then that particular song has been making news in the airways since last week. American singer, songwriter, actress, and record producer Mariah Carey, is being sued for copyright infringement over her 1994 Christmas mega hit, All I Want for Christmas Is You. The case was raised by songwriter Andy Stone, who says he wrote a song with the same name 5 years earlier, arguing that Miss Carey exploited his popularity and style. After listening to both songs, I literally had to listen to both songs for me to be able to understand what is happening. The two songs appear musically different, but Mr. Stone claims Miss Carey caused confusion and did not ask for his permission before singing the song. The song, which is a must-have, All I Want for Christmas Is You, is a must-have on most of Christmas playlists. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas is one of the best-known Christmas records of all time. Since appearing on the album Merry Christmas in 1994, it has topped the charts in several countries, and by 2017, she had reportedly earned $60 million, that is 48 million pounds, in royalties, pulling in between $600,000 to $1 million yearly from the song. And it has been streamed about 1 billion times on Spotify. Cash outs, I would say. Mr. Stone, who performs with the band Vince Vance and the Valiants, is claiming at least $20 million, that is 60 million pounds, in damages. He says that Miss Carey, her co-writer Walter Afreneseth, and record label Sony Music Entertainment have earned undeserved profits from the song, arguing that the defendants knowingly, willfully, and intentionally engaged in a campaign to infringe copyrights. Now, Mr. Stone argues that he never gave permission for his song to be used, so all the money they've been making all these years, he hasn't gotten anything from it. But my question is, why is the legal challenge being brought up after 28 years? The song was literally released 28 years ago. Mariah Carey has not said anything nor commented on this till now. So we're hoping she's going to say something, or her legal team is going to come up with an explanation to this allegation. I tell you one thing for sure, it's a common factor for different songs to have the same name around the United States. Like, United States Copyright Office presently has about 177 entries on its website under the title All I Want for Christmas Is You. So who are we going to blame for this? All right, so in no particular order, Azarage, Olive, please. I just feel probably the guy is broke or something. I'm trying to understand why this is coming up 28 years after.
So I don't want to say it's about money, or because he's broke, because pretty much the same thing. Let's look at the Bill Cosby case. Anytime a person decides that it's time for them to speak their truth, let them speak their truth. It could be 28 years later, it could be 38 years later. I'm just worried about his hair. What exactly is that? And to be honest, like you've said, the American legal system, can find justice where you didn't even imagine it will come from. So he might have a case if he feels like, he has, a strong case against Mariah Carey, then yeah, let him go ahead and do it.
I mean, I think I totally agree with Osalge in terms of whenever you decide to bring up the case, there's an African proverb that says, anytime a person wakes up is their morning. So if you decide to bring the case 28 years later, 30 years later, so long as legally there is no statute bar of limitation in that case, you're free to go ahead.
No, however, but why Maria? There are a lot of people that have the same song.
Well, Maria
title.
is the most popular.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the song. All I Want for Christmas Is You has earned her so much money over the years. Once we get into December 1st, everywhere, once they're putting up the Christmas lights and trees,
up all the way
that's
up.
the song
Yeah.
that climbs up all the way to the top of the chart.
She even made a new video last year with Ariana Grande, very nice. There was a remix of the song and the video, and it was like #1 throughout the whole of Christmas and December period. So I don't know. I think the guy just needs something. He just needs some bit of. They need to give him something.
It could be either of two things. It could be money. It could be clout, right? It could be that he genuinely has a legal case, but I would think that when you're looking at copyright, there's certain things that must be taken into consideration, one of which would be the sound. Does it sound alike? Do the lyrics sound alike? I do not know if a title should classify in this regard as copyright. I do not know about that, so I'm not going to speak on it. But I'm sure the courts will either go on with the case or strike it out if he does not have sufficient evidence to back his claim, or if the court doesn't see that there's a prima facie case. But we'll be following up with this story, and of course we'll definitely have you coming back to join us. Thank you very much, BOB, for joining us. It's always a delight to have you.
Thank you so much. It's nice being here once again.
All right.
Fantastic week.